How's it going? This is Kuro, and welcome to my room. And today we're going to be talking about Resident Evil and just the future of this series and how excited I am for Resident Evil Village. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, Resident Evil Village was announced a while ago as possibly Resident Evil 8. However, as the series has continued to grow in popularity and people are just kind of more invested and interested into it, Capcom has continuously said that this is actually not Resident Evil 8 as much as it's just Resident Evil Village. It's an interesting take on development as far as we know because there has been several different clues that this shows that this is Resident Evil 8, and I wonder whether this is going to be in a situation like originally Resident Evil Code Veronica, which was supposed to be Resident Evil 2, but later changed into Resident Evil Veronica because of some contract issues with Nintendo and PlayStation. So I wonder if this is a situation like that, or I wonder if they just wanting to make a completely different Resident Evil 8 down the line that doesn't really include Ethan as the main protagonist, or maybe just having a different protagonist in the story or something like that. I'm just really interested to see what their plan is for this series overall, because it has developed in a lot of different ways that I don't think they really anticipated, and it's just really interesting to see how this is going to develop. So overall, I've been playing the demo for Resident Evil Village. I do own a PlayStation 5, so that means that I played about 3 hours of Resident Evil at this point, right? We have played the original teaser demo, which was Maiden, and then we had 2 hours of pretty much playing the brand new demo, the village demo, and then the castle demo. So it's been a minute now. It's been a couple different things that we played so far, and overall my thoughts on this is it's been really fun. I am actually having so much excitement into these games, and I know a lot of people, including myself, were wary of this was gonna go in which direction. However, it quickly just dismissed because it does feel and play a little bit similar to Resident Evil 4. In fact, I recently did a whole playthrough of Resident Evil 4, kind of getting ready for this game, right? So I was like, okay, this is gonna be kind of like Resident Evil. To me, this feels like Resident Evil 4 with Resident Evil 7, kind of like a combination between the two, which is a really good spot because I feel like in the modern Resident Evil games, 4 and 7 are the most popular one, and I mean the modern ones because Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 have a large following, and I think basically a lot of the people that are into the Resident Evil sagas, I feel like they do prefer the older games to the newer games just because of the atmosphere, the way that the game feels. It is truly a zombie game. Now, if you look up for Resident Evil 4 through 7, it stops really becoming a Resident Evil zombie game and more like an action adventure type of game with scenarios that do focus on the horror genre, but it's not the main focus of the gameplay. The gameplay is still more on the action side, which is actually really interesting to see how the series evolved from a more horror style to a more action-based style. I know some people who dislike the era of the Resident Evil 5 and 6 time frame, but then, if you look at 7, it really just brought back to the series of the horror genre, as well as just staying in that action adventure type. It's a really interesting development for the series. I feel like it's worked out pretty well overall, although again, with Resident Evil 6 particularly, I don't think it worked out super well, but it's just interesting to see how it's developed over time and how it's becoming to the new series. And obviously it's really getting new players as well, people that have never really played Resident Evil. Now they have really a chance to try out something different and something unique, and as well as just a new experience. I feel like if you played originally Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 in the PlayStation 1 or the GameCube, or you really get a different experience then. Now you get a completely different experience if you're a new player kind of getting into the games. And overall, I just feel like you can get any of the Resident Evil games and start there and just kind of like either go backwards or go forward depending on who you start or where you start, and you're still gonna get a really interesting, concise story. I really like the way that they make stories because you're able to kind of play a single story and single narrative and still kind of get a picture of what's going on in this particular game, opposed to you may not get a whole picture of the whole narrative for the last I don't know, it's just 10-20 years at this point, I guess 25 years I believe. So it's a really big deal, right? So I don't know. Resident Evil Village is coming out really soon. I'm really excited for it. I really want to make more content for the series and everything. It's just really focusing on a lot of the different aspects that I just really enjoy of Resident Evil, and it really feels like they're doing more for now, so that we can just enjoy and getting back into the games more. I'm really excited for this. We really cannot wait for Resident Evil Village. I will be covering whether it's more discussion videos regarding kind of how it fits into the timeline, as well as what's going on with Chris and everything that is going on inside the village and the castle itself. It's going to be a really fun time. Again, I'm really excited for everything. I've seen a lot of trailers, a lot of footage. I played myself quite a bit of the game, so just excited for it. I will be streaming the entire series here on YouTube in this particular channel, as well as again dropping my review and everything like that. Thank you so much for watching this, guys. Let me know how excited are you for this game. The hype is here, the hype is real. It's only one more week left before we actually get this game, 5 days at this point. So let me know in comments below how excited you are. Thank you so much for watching this, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.